Hello and welcome back, everybody. My name is Natara, and I am your host for the next couple of runs. We are getting ready to start our RBO block, which is reverse boss order for those who are not aware. This is an incredible type of run, a category, and we are starting it off with the ever wonderful Squibbons running Legend of Zelda Link to the Past RBO. Good morning, Squibs.
Hello.
Anything you want to tell us about this run before we get started?
Considering it's gonna be almost a 2-hour run, there's probably a lot to talk about during it, so I would say I can just say when to go, I suppose, or you can tell me when we should start.
Yeah, you let me know when you're ready for a countdown, and we'll get started.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Perfect.
Wait, actually, hold on.
Okay, waiting.
Well, you have splits, right? On your end? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna use splits. Alright, let's go for it.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go!
So, reverse boss order is the normal boss order for this game. What you played before is incorrect. It's not how you're actually supposed to play the game.
Seems legit.
So it starts pretty normal. We're going to watch our uncle tell us to stay in the house, and then as Link are wont to do, they will just immediately ignore their uncle and go right outside. So Uncle says stay home, Link says no. Oh hey, we got the lucky rupee. I don't actually know if that's lucky. I don't think I've ever completed a run while getting the lucky rupee, so maybe it's the unlucky rupee. But let's call it the lucky rupee.
Yeah, we've decided it's the lucky rupee.
Okay, it is now the lucky rupee. So, it won't take very long before we start getting into interesting glitches, so I'm definitely going to describe those as we come along. The very beginning, the first minute or so, is very much pretty standard for this run. We're going to go over here and take a couple of potions. They're these little pots that give us mana. It's pretty super useful. This is kind of a backup strat in case there's an enemy, because the actual run relies on a drop from an enemy, and it's a random drop. So I'm not going to bother with that for a marathon, so we'll spend a few extra seconds to get us some nice mana. We will need that. So now, we're going to start our first glitch. So the first glitch is just us jumping off the ledge, saving and quitting. So what happens here is if you save and quit while leaping off a ledge, you enter what's called an exploration glitch armed state. We call it EG arming. There's two types of EG. There's weak and strong EG. Doing it from the ledge we just did is weak EG. There's different types of EG for different reasons. And what it basically means is you're about to see what EG is, but it determines if you can be knocked down a layer. So weak EG lets us fall down one floor, so now I'm below the floor. I'll demonstrate as there. And strong EG lets us fall down through the bottom floor, which is a different type of glitch. We'll be utilizing both during this run. So what I'm going to do right now is go and leap into the abyss. This is a form of arming strong EG. We need that. We're going to need to be knocked through the floor in a little. And go over here. I'm actually on the left side of the screen. I just went down the staircase. I'm still on the left side of the screen. We'll be over there until we get to the bottom floor. So the guard was nice-ish to us. This is kind of a tight room because we need to dodge this guard. Oh, don't. Okay, you're gonna be a butt. Yep. Alright. Butt. They were a butt.
Guard, please.
Guard,
also, let me know
please.
when I can pop in with a couple of quick announcements.
I'll go for it.
Perfect. So just want to let you know that there is actually an incentive for this run. if before this run is over, we can make another $450, Squibs will show off a bonus glitched any percent run. So it is still Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, but they literally showed it off for us just before this started, in about 5 minutes before the run, to give you an example of the sort of madness you might see. So you're definitely going to want to get your donations in for that. We also have two others open. We have a donation incentive for Cave Story 3D to skip the health grind, and Zelda 2 for glitched Horsehead. So we definitely want to get all of those.
Okay, so we're about to be back where we were just where that room is the guard when you enter it has a random direction, and depending on which direction they go, you can have different results for how you end up dealing with the room. I'd say that's like the first part of the run that's actually difficult. When you're in an EG state, so this is the exploration glitch right now. When you're armed EG, so before we enter this, but we're waiting for it. So what's going to happen when I jump out of the wall here? I'm arming the exploration glitch. What that means is the next hit I take will knock me through the floor. So what that effectively means is when you're in this state, you cannot get hit until you exactly want to. Link is forever hidden behind walls. Alright, we're just gonna do this the longer way, but it should be the safer way.
Yeah, Link is no longer silent, but also hidden protagonist.
The better way of doing this would be to keep the guard at the beginning alive, but they did a really bad pattern at the start, and I didn't want to do this section again. So there's a backup strat, which is normally we would get hit by the other guard and fall through the floor here. But we can't do that. So we need to go upstairs and jump off a ledge and save and quit and arm EG that way. A link between worlds. Oh wait, we can't do it that way. Can I save and quit? Is that actually not possible? Oh, there we go. What was I thinking? Come on, there we go.
I love the just random empty rooms.
So yeah, this is oh my gosh, where am I? There we go. So the entire world map is actually a very large, just sort of, you can map it out room by room into a huge grid, and it's what we call the EG map. So you can see my head down there on the side. You can see the sword. You can see kind of I'm on plane behind the walls. You can jump out of the walls and end up in the rooms. This lets us walk under one tile tall rooms, but not two. If the room is deep, we have to walk around the room. Otherwise we end up in the room and we break the glitch. So what I'm doing here is I'm basically saving Princess Zelda in the extremely normal way of going to Sanctuary, which is now in a sewer.
That's usually how I do it. It's legit.
So we have Sanctuary sewer time. We've rescued Zelda from the dungeons, and now we're going to get the first major item of the game, which, as you would guess, is the Canis Maria. For anyone who doesn't know this game, Canis Maria is usually gotten in Misery Mire, which is in the Dark World. It's a much late game dungeon.
It's, I think, officially like the way the routing's supposed to go in like vanilla. It's the second last if you're playing casually. Second last dungeon.
It's very far in.
Before Ganon, I mean.
Yeah. I think it's it's boss. Yeah, it's 2 bosses before Ganon, if you don't count Argon. So now we're out of EG and inside a glitched version of Misery Mire. When we enter this, because we entered from a different place, it thinks we have the big key, since we had the big key saving Zelda. So we can open the chest, get our Canis Maria, and arm EG again. We need to arm EG so we can do another glitch. This is going to be a pretty big game. So now we're get our heart. It's kind of almost irrelevant to get this heart in a way. Most of the enemies that we're going to fight at the beginning of the run will do 4 hearts of damage, so it's not going to do us too much good, but it does add up over time. So obviously the next step after you've saved the princess from the dungeon and gotten your weapons from the uncle is to go jump in a well and use some bombs in the well to go get the hammer, because that's how everybody remembers getting the hammer.
That's how I usually get it.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
There you
that's
go,
in
Henry.
randomizer. Sorry.
So there's going to be a lot of EG at the beginning. So we're going to, you're going to see a lot of this. I'm actually walking under the screen right now. It's not just auto-scrolling, there is walking here. These are interesting. Some of these screens you need to scroll a certain amount before you start moving, or you'll end up in rooms that can either lock you in place or soft lock the game. So we got to be very careful when navigating through these spaces. This next room, you'll see me tap up a little bit, because we need to be on the right pixel when entering. There we go. This room, and we hold down, and we end up in the back end of Palace Darkness, where we can now get our hammer, which is the completely legitimate way of getting the hammer. And if you're curious why the palette is all messed up and it's got rocks instead of bricks, it's because we entered it from a cave, so it believes we're still in a cave. And since caves don't have big keys, we can open any chest that is a big key chest. And
I love that.
we can also open any doors, because we have more than 255 keys right now. However, if we open more than 4 doors, we will soft lock and break the game. So we don't want to do that. So now we're going to do a glitch that's just saves time. It's not completely necessary, but it is pretty cool because it's fast. We're going to do our first door juke. And what that is we're going to fake the door transition with the Canis Maria, and this is why we get this so early in this run. So we hold a sword spin, and on the same frame, nope, that was not the same frame. On the same frame that we transition, we will release sword spin. There we go. Which puts us into Death Mountain. So we can save the old man from the reverse direction.
This run has barely started and I'm already just here and sitting in silence, just being like, what is happening? I love it.
This is a really good extra heart piece in case you don't know about that heart. It's very useful. I think it's the only heart in this whole cave. Or at least that section. Entrance randomizer is wild.
Where's the lie, though? Oh my gosh, can I read out a couple of donations?
Go for it.
Fabulous. So we have $50 from Meg Mac Attack, one of the Edge case. And it says, let's get this started. We have to see all the weird bunny heck glitches LTTP has to offer. And that does go towards the glitched any % run, which we only have until the end of this run in order to unlock. So we still need another $450 for that. So definitely we want to see that. And we got a $24 donation from LM Motos. Thank you so much for that.
About the any % run, I'll also basically try and teach you how to do that, because I think it's a run that anyone can do. Literally, after watching the run today, anyone should be able to do the any % run if we make that. If we make that incentive.
We are all of us, almost 1,000 of us will have a new party trick. We need this.
So now we're going to go to Thieves Town by entering the cave right here. This is clearly the best way to get to Thieves Town. What we're doing here is called, I actually don't know what it's called. I just call it a 3x3 clip. So I'm frame buffering one movement clip at a time there. There we go. Which is what I was doing with the select. So that like basically allows us to guarantee that we move one pixel at a point. And you'll see here, I'm gonna walk under this. You don't need to during the run, but you can see Link is like below the floor.
Hello, Link.
So as soon as the screen scrolls, we can jump out. And now... there we go. I thought I entered... I just staring at Link's doing that. So here we're gonna do an interesting clip that lets us basically transition to the bottom floor without actually doing any weird stuff. But we'll still be on the second floor. So there we go. So now I can jump through the wall and get the big key. So this skips 4 rooms worth of movement just to quickly get the big key. It's something to do with that particular barricade there. You can just sword clip through it. And it basically still believes you are on a floor you're not supposed to be, which lets you kind of walk through walls. The rest of Thieves Town is actually pretty straightforward, at least for an RBO run. We need mana, so hopefully some extra drops will happen in here. We basically don't want to get hit by enemies in here. They cost... a couple enemies will only hit us for little, 1 heart. Some will hit us for 2 each, so we don't have a lot of hits we can deal with. Oh no, oh no. Danger room. That room is dangerous. Interesting enough, because we're in what we call fake Dark World right now. This is not real Dark World, by the way. These green grasshoppers are actually rats. So normally they would do 2 hearts of damage to us. But now they only do 1/4 of a heart, because they're not the correct enemy at all.
That is amazing, especially with so few hearts.
It only happens to these particular enemies. There's a couple enemies in the game that kind of share, I guess, enemy code, and this happens to be one of them, so, since they're the exact same behaviors as the rats. Oh, I should have got that. That was 20 roots. That would have been nice. I don't need to farm for money, though, but it still would have been nice. Ooh, that's no good. Please be kind, room. Okay. That room can insta-kill you. This room can also insta-kill you. This room's not so bad. Rupees are always nice. So we don't need arrows, so I'm not going to bother getting them. We're never going to get the bow for this entire run. Which is interesting, because that is a difference between the original RBO run and this one. This particular run is relatively newer. It's much newer than the one I ran a couple years ago. So for me, this was quite interesting, like de-rusting and learning this new route. Oh hey, I forgot to kill you. Nope. Ooh, nice. Lots of magic drops. I am very pleased with that. So, we're almost done with the non-glitched version of this. So, before we save Blind, we can't actually kill Blind, but we will unlock Blind. Before we do that, though, there are two more items we need to get. Well, 3. We're gonna get the Titan's Mitts now. We skip the Power Glove completely. Who needs it? Get the Titan's Mitts. Just much superior. And then we're gonna go and get the Hook Shot, which clearly is not residing in Swamp Palace. And then we're also gonna get the Moon Pearl, which is also not in the Tower of Para anymore. So we're gonna do another door juke, which is gonna do some screen scrolling. I'm gonna wrap the screen. Link's gonna go to the left side. We're gonna do a second door juke. There's pits here that are invisible, but I know where they are, so just avoid them. And now, we're in Swamp Palace. So we can get the hook shot, which is super nice to have. So this part is stressful because if I miss the staircase... Okay, I did not miss the staircase. If I miss the staircase, this whole room breaks. So I wrapped the room once. I'm at the bottom of the screen if you can't see me. Now I'm on the bottom right. There we go. So now we are in the tower half.
Moldorm's remodeled since I've last been here.
Just a little bit. So we got the we just got the moon pearl, and now we're gonna go turn blinding. Now because this is reverse boss order, we cannot kill blind yet. However, we can definitely unlock blind, so we don't have to go through all of this later. Okay, so this next portion is kind of an item collection part. It's not super exciting, though we were rapidly coming up on Ganon at this point. So we can just mirror out of Blind's room, exit, and now do a fast mirror work. You can see because the mirror animation gets clipped. There's a very smooth anim and a very unsmooth anim. If you're standing on certain pixels in the world, you get a quick clip. Oh, am I like delayed? I am up. Sorry, I don't know how that's happening. Apparently, I have 7 to 8 audio seconds delay.
Indeed.
I guess it's on the restream now.
It must be because I'm not getting it.
Dink, dink. I'll let them sort it out. Cool, thanks, Garby. Garby's on it. So, we just got 300 reaps. We mirrored out of fake Dark World into real Dark World. And now we're gonna get the flute. And we get to save Tree Kid. So, you don't have to actually kill the Tree Kid in this run. You can save the Tree Kid in RVO. So, goodbye. You don't actually need to turn into a tree. You're fine.
Yay!
No worries, Tree Kid. You're all good. That was like a really sad part of this game.
It really was.
So now we're gonna save the frog. It's one of my favorite parts. There's a run of this game called Defeat Ganon Percent in which you save the frog while you are a bunny, and then the frog turns into a green t-shirt. It's like you're a bunny and you save the frog, and it's like weird, rainy, happy music stuff, and I just call it the Animal Crossing run.
I love it.
We're not gonna see the frog turn into a t-shirt here, unfortunately. But that is a really nice glitch. We will have to basically, I love doing this, slashing the sword while they take it from you. So they take your sword so they can upgrade it. So if you don't know this part of the game, you give your sword to you save the frog, who turns into a dwarf, you give your sword to the dwarf, and they can upgrade your master sword into a tempered sword, which is the next level up. So now we get the master sword, or sorry, the tempered sword. But it's great because if you slash your sword at them while you're doing it, it will just disappear. Oh, apparently, so the screen is 8 seconds delayed behind. Alright.
Watching the viewer stream, not the actual restream, and it's fine here. So they're working on it.
Yeah, I think it's all good. It'll be good. I trust them. I trust
Agreed.
people. So we get in the bug net. You don't need to get the bug net for this run. Gotta be best. But it's a really good safety net to have, especially for a marathon run. We're definitely getting the bug net. It's not that far out of the way on the main path, so we get it. We do need the bottles because they're part of glitching. Bug net is a fun way to swag kill Aghanim though.
Yes. Everyone needs the swag net.
So our next goal is to get the fire rod, which is obviously the next goal. Just gonna go straight into Skullwoods, glitch the big key, and get the fire rod. It's a pretty straightforward turn of events, really. It's exactly as you would expect, and exactly how you remember all this.
I can confirm that.
Nothing out of the ordinary here. Oh, there's no bomb there. That skull has a 50-50 chance of having a bomb. Interesting enough, items aren't random below even overworld locations. They will always be the same item. That will always be a bomb. It's just a 50-50 chance it will or will not be a bomb. But there is, it's not so much that that is a random item. It will either be a bomb or not. It's kind of an interesting little thing about this game. Oh, hey. Wait.
And there's actually a bunch of skulls like that throughout the overworld and such. Where you're just like, ooh, a bomb could be there.
So I just glitched the big key into this chest, which would normally not be a big key, by door juking, which loads the wrong room information, which then makes that door that we just exit into the wrong room. And now we can bomb jump across and get the fire rod. So now we have the fire rod. There's only a couple things left to get. I'm gonna save and quit again. There's a lot of saving and quitting in this run. One, because it's faster oftentimes, but two, it's because it's also really good for safeties. But mostly it's faster. We'll buy 2 potions here. These are for glitching. We need the red potion to get to Ganon. And we need the green potion to do something later. Get to somebody. Trinix. I was trying to think ahead. Wait, I shouldn't think too far ahead in the run or I'll start doing stuff. That'll be bad.
Could be pretty magical though.
So these crabs here are the worst things because they do 2 hearts of damage and they are very jittery. And I was able to not get hit by them, so I'm happy with that. So we're gonna get the ice rod. The next boss after... Well, I guess it's 2 bosses after Ganon is Trinix. The boss after this is Aghanim Teal. So now we're ready to go fight Aghanim, or not Aghanim, Ganon. So let's go fight Ganon. 3 hearts, a sword. Where do you think Ganon lives?
That's an excellent question.
If I told you Ganon lived inside a pot in the main room of Hyrule Castle,
Yeah,
I'm assuming you would have to believe that at this point.
It sounds like a thing Ganon would do. Do the unexpected. It's not going to save you this time, Ganon.
So this is going to be the first YBA we do, which is called Yuzahara's Bottle Adventure, which is using a bottle on the exact same frame that we transition. Let's see if I can do this. This is always nerve-wracking. There we go. So on the same frame that we transition, we use a bottle, we tap once, use the hook shot and hold up. And now we get to fight Ganon. There's a lot of 1-frame tricks in this game. Or this run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna count a lot in this. Oh no, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh yes. 10, 11, 12. Oh, this is the good spot, Natara. This is the
Love that
spot.
That
I am
is-
very
oh,
happy.
I can never get that spot.
It's it's the perfect spot. Because you can just skip that entire phase if he goes there by like spinning 3 times above his head. It's amazing. I'm very happy they moved there. Ganon will body us for 4 hearts of damage, by the way, so the firebots in the last stage will only do 2 hearts of damage each, but Ganon will insta-kill us if we touch him.
That's great. We can totally survive that with our only 3 hearts. We're fine. It's fine.
Totally fine. Oh my gosh, Ganon is having a party. So Ganon will always stay at the top of the screen after you've done the 4th hit, or the bottom of the screen if they were at the bottom. It's a good note. So now it's don't get hit by the bats, and hit Ganon 12 times with spin attacks. I'm gonna wait for Ganon to get down here. Over there's fine, kid. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. Whoa! 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Alright. Oh, that's the first big milestone in here.
Yay, GG, you did it. Ganon is dead. That's the end of the run, right?
Sure, let's
wait.
just walk through the door. It's over.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
No. See, that's the first boss of the game.
But
Contrary to popular belief, you just walk off the edge. You're not supposed to go through the door.
that thing you never want to do in randomizer once you've killed Ganon. Yeah, we want to do it here.
You just want to do it. You just do it. There you go. Now we've killed boss number 1, so let's go. Save an EG and go kill boss number 2. Which happens to be, and the priest is like having a nap. What's up, priest?
What? Are you okay, friend?
So let's go find Aghanim 2, who is, in all places, when you go find Aghanim 2, starts in Hyrule Sewers. Brought to you by a rat. There's some interesting tech that we do in these rooms, like, I need to hold down right through all of these rooms, because if I let go of down right, we could break this whole glitch. So, we'll be holding down right until we don't need to. Until we get here. You'll see some weird stuff here. I'm gonna walk. There's my character. We're gonna scroll back up and then over, and now we're on the bottom of the screen. Gonna open a door, and from here we're gonna go to Turtle Rock, because this is how you get to Turtle Rock. First we get some magic though. These have a nice property of being able to freeze them and get magic. Wait, is it green? No, it's a cane glitch. What am I doing? Ooh. That hurt. Oh, that double hurt. Are you kidding me? Don't do that to me. Don't be that way.
Jerks. We don't laser our friends.
Right?
Or the people breaking into your house.
So this is a spin juke glitch. I did not get it. It's releasing spin dash on the same frame that we transition to get that glitch. So exit Turtle Rock. Leave fake Dark World, enter real Dark World. Re-enter Turtle Rock. Grab another bomb. Having bombs is very nice. And this room is probably one of the hardest rooms of the run for me. So I'm very worried about this room. Ugh, don't, just be kind to me, please. Okay. Okay. Don't, alright. Okay, we got it. Ugh. That room is always super stressful for me.
Nicely done.
So we're gonna put an invisible bomb down and blow up an invisible wall on the top of the room from here. And this, as long as we hold up during this transition, falls us through the floor and puts us at Rainbow Link. It was the best Link.
My
Nega
favorite Link.
Rainbow Link versus Nega Aghanim. Rainbow Aghanim even. Oops. Oh wow. I need to be very careful because I'm about to die.
You can do it, Squibs. Ooh. Oh, blue balls. Oh god.
Nice.
Oh my god, that Rainbow Link is my new favorite thing.
And Rainbow Link's over, unfortunately. I love Rainbow Link. You can also get Nega Link if you die in there. And you'll get to be completely white and your items will be solid black.
That's pretty cool too. Yes, we're querying Link. I love it. I'm here for this.
Right? It's amazing. Alright, so now we just save and quit. As we need to deal. Get our health back and go to our house. So next up is Trinix. This part is actually very difficult, but I'm most nervous about. This is one of the two. This portion of the run is very stressful. It is very long, which is why I think it's stressful. But we get some cool glitching during this part. Some really cool glitching. But it's a bunch of hard glitching. And we have had to fight two bosses back to back. Both Trinix and then Vitreous. 2 rooms apart from each other.
They're neighbors.
Right? I think they like share bread or anything. Alright, so
Yeah.
we're 1 pixel away from transition. And then we're going to YBA again, which is again using the potion on the same frame that we transitioned. Hold left, walk a little, go up and down, now we get money. Just gonna get 300 money here, and then scroll the screen to the position I needed to be in, hold left and down, and there we go. So this is, I don't even know how to describe this glitch. So we're just gonna watch this scroll for a while until we enter what we call Plaid World. So we did a fake flute from a bottle glitch into Plaid World.
Oh my
And
gosh, I love
this
that.
is how we're going to fight Trinix and Vitreous. But first off, let's get a couple fairies. Oh, this is much better. I'm feeling much better already. Overworld first floor. It's kind of weird though because there's no music during this part, so it's not an audio problem. It's a glitch. So there's Trinix's legs. Say hello to Trinix's legs. Up there's some heads, and there's the body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now Trinix will do 4 hearts of damage every time they hit us. So we cannot get hit by Trinix.
No, wait, that's
Alright.
Ganon. We'll just
You
play
just
the
make some
Ganon.
music up. Oh no! That's fine. That's why we got 2 fairies.
Yeah. Fairies are the best.
I was not expecting the head to like tail wag. Normally they pull in after you kill the second head.
No one ever expects the tail wag.
Well, now you can see I was telling the truth though. It is 4 hits and 4 hearts of hit. They will insta kill you in this area. Alright, the Trinix is down. Let's go kill Vitreous. That is why we get the fairies for the marathon lap. So we get Ether, and ether.
Cool.
One of those was a heart. The other was actually ether. Neither of
Yes.
which, well, ether doesn't actually drop from Trinix, but ether drops from Trinix, obviously.
Two ethers are better than one, right?
Exactly. So now we're going to go to Vitreous, who will also drop 2 ethers. But we only need one of those. So far the glitch is looking good. You can actually get into a bad glitch state where the enemies won't spawn, which means Vitreous won't spawn. But we're looking fairly good. So here's Vitreous, who has an interesting property of being much harder in this state, even though there's no acid back here. Oh no, we took a hit. Bad. Due to the fact that the eyeballs don't have any knockback, so they will just continue to pass right through your sword as you hit them, which is terrifying. And I am literally dodging in my chair. I'm so glad I got the 2. I said this was the part I was super worried about, because this is where my nerves are going to get me, but we're good now. But yeah, this is an extremely difficult, probably one of the hardest fights in the run. There we go, and we kill him. You can actually double sword swing against the eyeball and get kill them before they enter the final bouncy stage. Cool, we made it through it. I'm very happy about that. That makes me much more relieved. There's more hard parts to come, but I'm good.
This is so great.
We now, I'm fairly certain I go to here, because I'm going to go to Eastern Palace. Yes. I'm in an EG state, so I can't take damage. That's just a general note. That's why we save and quit off the ledge. Because we need to get the green pendant so we can get the boots. Obviously, we cannot kill Armos to get the boots, which would be the normal progression of boots. So how are we going to get the boots? Well, it turns out that we can convince the game that we've killed Armos Knights because we've killed some other bosses already without getting all their pendants and crystals. So for us, we're able to, and I think it's because there's some strange stuff where you can load the wrong dungeon in while you're like killing them. I don't actually know exactly how those glitches work. I haven't actually had anyone talk me through them, and most runners don't talk about exactly how the glitches work, so very difficult to like know the exact in and outs. I would love to know though what was actually happening there. So basically we're gonna get the green pendant though. That's our next goal. I'm gonna EG through a few rooms, then set up another EG, and get the green pendant. This is interesting though, because the green pendant drops in the middle of the room, and you need to set up your link in the right spot, or you won't be able to grab the pendant. Because you'll just walk around. You are a character under the floor there. So, and we do need to touch the item. You don't just get it by walking in. So we're gonna jump out of the floor. That's arms EG again. So now we're back into a don't get hit state. Just wait a little bit. There we go. Nice.
Amazing. Just gonna read a quick donation here. We got $25 from Tetrally saying, "Squibbons, luck, good, amazing. Is run order boss reverse this?" Good,
Nice.
good. Yep. I'm here for this. Thank you so much for that.
I approve.
Quick reminder, we have another probably less than an hour and 15 minutes in order to reach that glitched any percent run immediately after this for Link to the Past. And we do need another $450. So listen, everyone came together for that beautiful second quest last night. We definitely want this glitched any percent too. Think we can do it? Think we can do it? I have faith in you.
So yeah, thanks Chibiplan for explaining that there, by the way. I did read your comment. I am. Oh yeah. So interesting part about the glitch state. Since we're in EG, we cannot jump off that ledge. We have to jump off this ledge. Jumping off that ledge will break the EG state. Jumping off the ledge we did won't break the EG state. Some very interesting things you need to do and remember as to not interrupt or destroy any of your glitching. Now we have the boots, which is huge.
What are those?
Everybody loves the boots. So now we're gonna do river clip. It's our first boot clip since we have boots. Leave the lazy priest who's sleepy today. Just a Saturday in Hyrule.
As you do.
And now we're going to enter the palace from the normal entrance. Oops. Where am I? Alright. There we go. There we go. So we'll do some screen wrapping, and wrap again, and enter inside. And now we are inside our own castle, next to Aghanim. But we don't need to go to Aghanim. We need to go to somewhere. I don't know where we're going. We're gonna get some crystals. I should know where we're going. We're gonna go collect 3 crystals. So we have killed some bosses, so now we need to get the crystals for those bosses.
Everything sounds really ominous right now, and I'm here for it.
We have the nice Aghanim tower music going on. So RMG again. Anytime you see me jump out of a wall, you can pretend that it's because I'm actually doing a glitch and not because I'm bad at the game. You actually do have to jump out of walls, by the way. It's necessary.
See,
come
so
out of the
it is
staircase. Climb the stairs. Come, just walk right out of the staircase as Link are wont to do. Oh no. Oh, that's fine. I gotta farm another EG here anyway. Okay, this part is always scary to me. So I line up here, transition down, transition up, go back, line up here, jump out. We do that is because when you fall out of the room, you will come into the room from where you entered last. So I don't think this is the right tile, but it will be close enough. Nope, it was slightly off. Oh no. There we go. It's close enough. Alright, and now let me fish around. There we go. Oh, this one's so scary to me because I don't know where Link is on the screen. It's one of the only screens where I'm not sure where my character is. It's very, like, you just kind of get a feel for it. I love these because the characters are way offset from each other. So, like, they're just social distancing, right?
Yeah, as everyone should.
Right?
Oh, this is
Also,
a
the
great
color
time.
palettes are wrong. So they're just like this.
I didn't notice that. That's so cool.
They're kind of... I actually like the color palette swaps on some of these characters.
I love it. Can I pop in with a few more donations?
Go for it.
Excellent. So let me just see. So we have $100 from Meg Macattack saying, "Good morning. Everyone loves a little bit of funny nonsense first thing in the day. But what if more? Let's get any percent going." We got $20 from Anonymous saying, is this the third quest we were hoping for last night? Yes. And then we got $50 from Mr. Gel saying, yes, more glitch, please. I also cannot vocalize how the font the glitch is used, but it's a very glitchy font, and I appreciate it greatly. And all of those went towards that any percent run. So let's see. Oh, we are way closer now. We currently have $220 out of a required $500. So that means we only need $280 in order to make that. So we can definitely do this, friends.
Very nice. Okay, line up again. So again, this is just a transition thing to line us up for the crystal. And then we're good to go. Also, hello, Mr. Gel. Thank you.
Also, just so you know,
There we go.
we do have a bid war open for the file name for Zelda 2 Reverse Boss Order run, which is coming up next. So definitely, if you want your name or some other name in for the file name there, get those donations in.
This is one of my favorite, the slime princess.
Oh my
this color
gosh,
palette.
I absolutely adore that. That is amazing. Goodness, that is beautiful. Love it.
So we're going to get one more crystal. We hold down. You have to hold down or up during certain transitions, or you will completely break the game. Oh no! Don't go down there. Don't go down there.
Squib
Okay.
says before immediately breaking the game.
You need to hold the right buttons when you're doing this, or you'll just like. Wait, what are you doing? Don't go that way.
Or you'll just, oh god, what have I done?
Alright, one more time. Back over. Up. Thank you. So it's just part of the rules. Cube removed to part of the rules for the category is that you need to get each of the bosses killed and their crystals / pendants. So it's just a rules thing.
But it's only the bosses that have to be in reverse boss order, not the pendants and crystals themselves, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Ooh.
So we collected our third back to back. I guess we had the green pendant now too, so this is 4 back to back.
I love it.
I'm not sure. I think this is Zelda. Yeah, who's over there? He's just all like in weird spots.
That's the spirit. Thanks so much, Zelda. Okay, so while we're watching Zelda be slightly off center there, let's talk a bit about this event. So this is Undefined Behaviour, a showcase and speedrunning marathon centered around queering games and queerness in games. For this marathon, we're exploring glitchy, unusual, and marathon unsafe runs, as well as adjacent and related queer gaming content. We queer games when we reject limits and rules, when we play in atypical ways, and when we read diversity into stories and themes. This is the very first Undefined Behavior marathon, and we're so excited to share all of these games and showcases with you, such as this beauty that we're watching.
Awesome. So now we're going to go get Cold Stare. The next couple of bosses aren't very glitched. I mean, there's going to be some glitchy stuff happening here. Like we're gonna fake flippers here. But I think fake flippers is kind of a fairly standard known glitch for this game. You can do it from, like, it's basically just a one pixel from away from the edge of the screen, jump off and then land in the water and hold the direction that you want to travel. And you will transition one frame after you enter the water, which will let you enter a swimming state, because the game doesn't know to not have you in a swimming state. So we're going to do a bomb clip here. These are kind of fun. I like these bomb clips. And that'll put us much further into the palace. Oh no! Oh no! This is not going as planned.
Stop being rude, enemies.
It's all good. There's fairies below, so I'm not too worried. It does have some pain points for the bomb jump coming up.
I love that term, pain points.
Pain points. No! Oh! What? They're not being kind to me. Okay, maybe the bomb jump will be fine. It'll be totally fine. Yeah, it's fine. I generally don't find bomb jumps to be hard, so I was gonna be very upset if it was broken. I was like, no!
Very nice.
So effectively, we just need to stand on the right pixel, and the bomb can skirt us across gaps. These are kind of minor glitches compared to the major ones we'll be doing. I'm not even sure you could... It's not even a glitch, really. It's more like an exploit. It's so much just like knowing the physics of the game and like sort of just gapping. So I'm not too worried about that one being considered a glitch, but it is an interesting way. It's definitely not the intended path by any means. But we're playing reverse boss order. Intent is out the window.
I was gonna say, I think what you did is exactly the intent.
Exactly. So we're gonna do this interesting thing where we'll come through a boss key door backwards, or just a regular key door. Again, this is kind of an interesting aspect. Is like a door isn't necessarily checked from both sides, so it's not locked on both sides. You can walk out of a locked door in this game. So we'll grab a couple more fairies just in case. Always good to have. Always, always. Now let's go fight Cold Stare. I'm gonna try and do a minor glitch on Cold Stare too. So normally you would need to do 8 fire rod shots or a bombos against the outer shell of Cold Stare to break the ice pack that protects Cold Stare at the beginning. But if you time your sword beams correctly while firing fire rod, you can have the number of shots you need to take. I did not time it perfectly, but normally that would take all of your magic. Not. Let's get a couple of free hits in, basically.
Be like 3 hits.
And I think we're good. Bonk. And no, we're done with Cold Stare.
That
We
felt
kinda-
so normal. It feels weird in this run to see things done in the intended manner. You're just like,
Right?
this look intended. I don't understand.
We're going to have one more boss that is intended, and then I promise you that every other boss after this, well, maybe there's one other boss that will not, that will look intended. The rest will not be.
Okay, while we're watching someone who's actually in a crystal this time, let's talk a bit about the incentives again. Just trying to prove which ones are open. We are still trying to meet that link to the past bonus glitch any percent run. We need another $280 in order to meet that. We also have the Zelda 2 glitched horse head incentive. We need $400 to meet that, and that is the run after this one. We also have a naming bid war for the file name for Zelda 2 open. So definitely want to get those in to continue our reverse boss order block.
So we're going to go fight blind, and this one's pretty straightforward, but what weapon should I use to fight blind? Should I use the sword or should I use the cane of Samaria? What would you rather see? You want to see the cane? Alright. If I die here, it's not a big deal, so.
I thought you were going to say if I die here, this is your fault. And I was going to be like, challenge accepted.
Oh no. No, I would never do that. It's so, like, not my personality.
No, exactly. That's why I was just like, what's happening here? Hello?
Yep. Alright, cane strikes. We will do, I'm gonna do some punting then for fun. This boss is actually fun to fight because it's just lots of stress. I know it's like a stressful fight for a lot of people, but...
I just love that you bounce the blocks. You're just like, hey, sub. So for those who aren't aware, a blind takes the same pattern every time as long as you move the same way. And what you use to damage blind doesn't change.
Oh, it might
As long as you use a weapon that can actually hit blind. It's always 1 damage per 1 hit. So as long as you have a weapon that hits, there's, like Squibs was saying, so many different strats.
You're exactly right. Blind does not take damage so much as just takes a number of hits. So that was kind of sloppy at the end, but it ended up being kind of fun.
Listen, you beat blind, therefore intended and successful.
That was just a little bit of fun. You can obviously just go and swing your sword at them. However, the thing with RBO is that blind will start immediately upon entering the room, so it's not the same pattern that you will get in a non-RBO run.
Oh,
RBO has a very significant or very particular different pattern. Oh, I almost forgot a glitch. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot to do this. I do this every time I do this run. So we're going to do a mirror warp, a wrong warp, mirror, jump, ledge, jump. I don't know what you call this, but we're going to mirror and ledge jump at the same frame. And we'll know we have it when we hear us make the jump sound. And it's always much harder to do than I think it's going to be. There we go. And this causes Link to slide backwards. So I'm not doing any controls here. Link will just slide and accelerate.
Oh my god.
Like, but this sets up an EG, which I just fell out of the world. So this is what happens when you accidentally set up a strong EG and then bonk.
Oh,
So don't do that.
Bonks
That's
is
fine.
more proof that bonks are evil.
Don't do that. Oh, actually, we should get some hearts while we're here, since we would have had full hearts going into Mothula. So minor time loss there. Not a biggie though. A little entertaining. We'll set that back up and then good to go. So yeah, that was an example of what we call strong EG. So strong EG is there's, like I mentioned at the beginning of the run, there's weak and strong. Weak will not knock you through the floor, the ground layer. Strong will knock you through the ground layer. That's right. So we could have just went back into Hyrule Castle to set this. Wait, no, we couldn't, because you can't get into Hyrule Castle. So this may be the way we need to set this up. Hyrule Castle is now locked because Aghanim Key. We can glitch into it, but
You have to glitch into it anyways. Like, might as well come here.
there we go. It's
Perfect.
like 3 inputs on the same frame. Down, mirror, and dash all at once. Okay, don't bonk this time.
I have faith in you.
We need this EG so that we can get to Mothula.
Love it. So while you're making your way there, just a quick donation. We have $20 from Margaret Ann saying, "More glitches, you say? Send me the link." And we will do that if we can get another $260 towards that glitch run. So putting the donate link into the chat.
So we use EG to fall out of the floor in the first room of the dungeon. And we do this absolutely normal path to Mothula. That's interesting. Is that where you think I am, Hand? Oh, no! Oh, no! Okay, cool. We're good.
Mothula seems to have gotten a makeover. Is that just me?
I'm gonna use Fire Rod here. Mothula is not playing right now. Oops. There we go. Right. I'm just gonna play it safe. Just deal with the moth. that one, definitely one I don't want to fail. That's an extra walk to get back into there. So coming up next is going to be a very, very strong glitch. I'll warn people before it happens, but if you are somewhat sensitive to extreme visual corruption, in a couple of minutes we will be at a place where the game will completely glitch out and there will be no recognizable graphics on the screen, and we'll have to play that way for a minute or two. I'll announce it before it happens, but it's one of my favorite parts of the run, but I know it's not for everybody.
Nice. Yeah, we'll definitely make sure everyone knows. Okay.
It's a very difficult glitch too. Go for it. Go for
Believe it. Okay, we got $10 from Rubash319 saying, I really want to see Glitchy Link. Me too. And that brings us to the halfway point. For that donation incentive, we just need $250 now in order to make it. I have faith in everyone.
I absolutely blanked out there for a second. I was like, wait, which potion am I supposed to get? I did not want to buy the wrong one. Alright, we're good. So, we need to fight Argus, who's the water temple boss. And to kill the water temple boss, the first thing we will do is go to the desert temple. That is the way of things. No bomb. There's a 50-50 chance of a bomb being under that exact rock. So let's go to Desert Palace. We don't have the book, but Link doesn't need to read to get into Desert Palace. We could get the book right here. It is right next to us right now. But there's a more interesting way of getting into Desert Palace, which happens to be a boot clip. There's a ton of ways to get back here, actually. This is just one of the ways I like to do it. So now we can enter the back side of Desert Palace. There's a bomb clip at the front, but that's far more risky for marathon strats, so I'm not going to bother with it. Whee. So we're going to get one key in this dungeon, the only key we need from this dungeon, to unlock one door that we will cane juke. And we need to cane juke here so that Link can yet again load the wrong information in. So it's basically anytime we do a door juke with the Canister Maya, we're loading incorrect information into the game. It's door transitions. This one's interesting to set up too. So we need to be 1 pixel away, and I'm going to be doing some taps here and hope I can get it. It's like a bunch of 1-frame taps to line myself up.
Is that all?
1, 2. Oh, we got it. All right, good. And then one more. Oh, no, failed the last one. This one is definitely the more nerve-wracking of some of these.
I cannot even imagine. Actually, I can from trying the Link's Awakening RBO. That is awesome.
Nice. Okay, so you can see we broke the transition. And this causes this to load us into Swamp Palace, where the Desert Palace are set. So now we're in Swamp Palace, and we are about to do the super glitch.
Okay, so is this when the content warning comes into effect?
It will. There's a pause when it happens, so. But yeah, basically when I transition through this doorway, I'm gonna kill these things so it won't bother us. Okay, so when we transition through this doorway, here. I kind of forgot how to do this now. Suddenly I'm a little nervous. Alright, grab it, throw it, wait, grab it, no, alright. So it's an interesting way of doing this. You have to throw the bomb, walk through the door frame, pick it up, throw it, or you put another bomb. Wait, how do we do this? Yeah, pick it up when it's on the second blink, throw it, and move up at the same frame, and it should line you up with the door. Nope. Try it again.
Take that door.
Nope.
You know what you
Try it again. Nope. Well, I'm wasting a lot of bombs here. Try it again. There we go. Second blink, lined up. Good. Now we sword spin, and we YB. So we have to hold B while also tapping Y and up at the same frame. And we missed it up. This is not it. I'm gonna run out of bombs, and that means I will need to do the glitch again to get here. Oh no! Alright, one more try.
got this.
Hold me. There we go. Alright, so the glitching is about to start. As soon as I push a button, the glitch will start. And this will be the extreme corruption. So.
Wow.
This is Argus.
That Argus looks exactly how I remember them. Good.
Alright, so we killed Argus. Good. So we can despawn all of Argus's puffs by making Argus move up into the right, in the right corner of the room, which is what we did. So the room is actually here. It was actually Argus's boss battle arena.
I love it.
You can actually play the rest of the game here. I actually have a video of me playing the entire run, a no major glitches run, in this state. And it will last between saving and quitting, so we do need to reset the console. And that glitch is done. So if you did look away during that, it is over.
Yay!
Death Mountain. Death Mountain, Death Mountain. Kiki skip. Trying to just remind myself what I need to do next.
But we love Kiki. No, we don't.
We do love Kiki, but Kiki gets no money this round.
Is it us who has no money or Kiki?
Kiki will have no money because we have no money.
That's as it should be.
Super speed ladders, and Kiki skip. Okay, good. You, come on. Alright. One, no! Oh, alright. Oh wow, we are almost out of bombs. I did not realize that. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go buy some bombs. We should really be in a good state going forward, so it'll be a little deviation, but we need the bombs.
That's good. So while you're getting bombs, I have a few donations to read out. Okay, so first off, we have $20 from Viking saying, "While I know not everyone can watch flashy bits, I personally love them. Me too." And we also got another donation from Viking for $9.87 saying, "Team Palindrome, Zelda 2 file name, horse." Perfect. And last but certainly not least is $100 from Anonymous saying, "Glitch, glitch, glitch, glitch." There's just lots of glitch text and I have no idea what it says, but it's messy. So thank you so much for that. And with that, we are getting so close to that glitched any percent run. We have just over $121, or just under $121 left to go. So we have come so far on this. I have total faith we can meet this by the end, which is
nice.
about 30 minutes to 45 minutes away.
Hello, buddy. They just wanted to say hello there.
Hello. Everyone say hello to our buddy.
Okay. Up one. Nope. I may just select buffer here, just to... I think nerves are gonna get me on this part if I don't select buffer. Ugh. There we go. I'll do it one more time without select buffering. 1, 2, and down 3. Okay, cool. So basically we hold directions like up, right, down, right while doing a sword swing. So it's kind of like sword swing immediately, or it's like the way it works is you will tap up and left or down and right. In that case, I was tapping up and right, and then immediately 1 frame later you're going to swing your sword. Once you've done that, that's not what I need. You will be able to basically move exactly 1 pixel in the direction you want to go. So we need to do that a couple times, and then again from the position we were at, do it 1 final time, which will put us into Palace of Darkness. Fake mirror out of fake dark world into real dark world. So we're in the really real world now.
Really real.
I don't need any more of these, but I would like an extra heart with these. This is going to be a very interesting glitch. This one is newer for me. I'm sure it's not super new for a lot of ALTTP runners, but I took a break for 2 years, so this one's fairly new for me. It's a statue glitch. We push the statue. Now we're in a state where, like, I will actually be pushing statues a lot when there are no statues. Like here. And here.
That looks so neat.
Well, we didn't do the glitch right. Look. This one's kind of okay, though, because while this glitch takes time, if you do it wrong, you basically have infinite bombs and infinite life in this area, so it's not particularly... It's not one that can break the run, really. It's just more tedious if you do it wrong. So mirror while pushing the statue puts us in an interesting state. And there we go. So we broke the transition, pull the statue through the transition, and now the screen is completely broken.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's real broken.
we're going to be at the top of the screen. We need to wrap this a little bit until we see the second brick. Right there, that might be too far. I think it's fine though. Open the door, and now we're going to take a damage because we enter Trinex's, or not Trinex's, Helmasaur's room, and there's spikes at the top of the room. You may have forgotten those existed. As due to RBO, I have not forgotten they existed. Oh no, alright. And we found Helmasaur. I think it said Trinex. I meant Helmasaur. So that's how you get to Helmasaur. In the completely normal method.
Helmasaur looks real normal too.
Absolutely, nothing wrong with Helmasaur here. I'm gonna wear Helmasaur as a helmet.
Morbid, I love it.
Helmet sore.
That's definitely what it means.
I guess that's true.
Maybe not what the developers intended, but that's what this marathon's about, right?
Exactly.
Wearing your bosses like a helmet. Excellent.
Now we get to fight Item 1.
Hurrah!
Everybody's favorite boss.
Oh
Who
yeah,
in my last run gave me 13 BBs back to back.
that's rude. Aghanim, please.
You can get 15 as the max.
Gosh. Have
And
you ever
0.
gotten the max?
No, I don't think I have. But
Why did I
13 is
ask
pretty
that
bad.
before we did it? I should have asked it after we did it. Good luck!
Kind of
Also-
hoping for it now.
That'd be kind of cool. So we got $20 from Garby the Glitcherous. I got it that time, Garby. The Glitcherous wants glitches. So that also went towards the glitched any % run. So we are, oh, folks, we are getting so close to that. Literally $100.13 is all we need.
So we save and quit the Death Mountain so we can arm a fast, quick, cheap, weak EG. So now we have a weak EG, which lets us then go back to Sanctuary, where the priest is still just having a rest forever. We can do River Clip again. Which is always guarded by these 2 guards. Always.
And yes, thankfully for all of us and our mental well-being, there is a max to how many BBs you can get from Aghanim.
Yes. 15 is the max.
And even that's too many.
The reason there's a max is because it's guaranteed that at the beginning of every round they will always shoot a normal projectile, like one that you can deflect.
Yeah.
So you could actually get a max of far more than that if you just don't hit the deflections back at them. Like, so yeah, you could definitely get infinite if you just never deflect, but there's always guaranteed at least one that you can reflect at the beginning of every round, and a round is 5, so it's like 1 normal one, 3 random, and then lightning bolt.
Yeah,
So there's
somewhere before.
There is not a max of how many digs there are in a dig game, which makes 100% run for this very dangerous and very cry-inducing.
Yeah, that maximum was added for the randomizer because the developers were like, yeah, no.
The same with the chest minigame, also completely random in the main game, and so for 100% both of those are... I think they take place like 45 minutes into the run too, which is... Oh, that's just... It's definitely
the first
Number 2.
Oh, stop this. I can improve.
That's 3.
I'm so sorry.
The BB King is at it.
Hashtag blame Natara.
Blame Natara. 4.
I guess stop it.
6.
I've commentator cursed you. I'm so sorry.
I love it. That's the guaranteed one, so. 7.
Sorry, not sorry?
Oh, alright. Didn't get one there.
Yeah.
4 there. Alright, so. Still at 7 though. Alright, there we go. We're good.
That is awesome. And while he's dying, let me just read off a couple quick donations. We got $25 from Shoujo saying, "You are all great. You're great too." And we got $20 from Lady Lenalia saying, "Fourth quest, fourth quest, fourth quest." I'm here for this.
Nice.
Ooh, we are so close. We just need $55.13 to meet that glitched any percent incentive. Getting excited.
Oh, wow. We have 3 bosses left too.
Ooh.
Next up is everyone's favorite boss. Moldorm. I know that's absolutely everybody's favorite boss.
But how many eyes will Moldorm have?
I really liked that. Was an interesting touch to the randomizer.
I loved it. Like, of all the things to randomize, let's randomize how many eyes Moldorm has. And it's creepy, yet perfect.
Sure. Unfortunately, Moldorm isn't in a glitched state in this run, which kind of makes me sad, but Getting a tower here is kind of fun. It doesn't require going up Death Mountain. We can just fall out of the world and enter Tower of Hair from right there. So much faster than getting to Tower of Hair. And getting the Moldorm is equally quick. We just bomb clip through the wall.
And while you're setting that up, I just want to quickly announce we got $55.13 from Shoujo saying, why not? And with that, we have met the glitched any percent incentive. So thank you so much. We will be seeing that amazing glitched any percent run immediately after this one. So if you thought this was glitchy, don't blink or you'll miss it for the next Link to the Past run.
I'm gonna do the one that'll teach everybody how to do it, so anyone can walk away from that and know how to actually beat the game in under 5 minutes.
I'm ready.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. Thank you everybody for that.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for your generosity. It is so helpful. It all goes to the amazing cause of the Trevor Project. So that is going to be so helpful to them and so helpful to all the people, all the LGBTQ plus folks, young people specifically, that they help.
A very good cause.
Very good cause.
I didn't need to save and quit there, but this next area has potential soft lock, so I will save and quit for the sake of not having to fight Moldorm twice.
But more Moldorm.
So if we spin dash here, which is basically spinning the sword, holding the sword spin and releasing it and then tapping the A button a second later, or a frame later. It's called a spin clip, or spin dash, I guess, not clip. It basically lets us do things like clip through the wall, which is what we did there. So you can fall out of the world. Wait, what am I doing? I don't want to do this. I just wasted a bomb.
No.
I have plenty of bombs, so it should be fine. Alright. So we lined up with the door. We're gonna use Hara Bodil's Adventure, which is a YBA. Through the door again. This is a one frame thing. This one's really nerve-wracking for me. There we go. And we do the screen wrapping again. But this is a different version of the glitch, so we won't end up in the same spot as last time. We're gonna go fight Lanmola now.
Ooh.
Lanmola's in an interesting room because Lanmola, we will only have 2 tiles to work with to fight in Lanmola. There's a wall here that we can't pass. And we need to kill Lanmola above that wall. Or we can't get past. Should've just stuck with sword spins. Oh no! No! Just give it to me. Yes! Alright. I didn't realize they were like so close to dying.
Yay, you did it! Hey, and just a quick heads up about some of the upcoming incentives. Our next run after the glitched any percent Link to the Past run is Zelda 2 Reverse Boss Order. And we have an open incentive for that in order to see Glitched Horsehead. We need $400 in order to do that, and that donation incentive will be open until 40 minutes into the Zelda 2 run. So definitely get your donations in for that if you're interested in seeing it. And we still have a bid war open for the file name for Zelda 2. So also plenty of time, well, at least to the end of this run, to get that in.
So we're in Plaid World again to go find Armos Knights.
I love
This
how
is...
Plaid World always has like the best music. It's always like epic boss music of some sort.
And here they are. We don't even need an intro, they're just here. No, the reason I'm fighting them without a sword is we do not have a bow. We do not get a bow in this run. So. It's just a very bad version of the sword fight.
They're dying and you're not, so that looks like a success to me. Margie, we all wish we lived in Plaid World.
We're out. We're gonna bomb clip one more time. Oh, I was so nervous about this clip. This clip is one that like took me 2 hours this morning when I was waking up that I just could not get. I was like, please let me get that clip during the run.
You did it!
Alright. There we go. Interesting fact is that we need to go to Death Mountain, but we can't save and quit to Death Mountain because that will actually break our EG state that we just entered. So we need to fly there instead. But once we're here, we're only a couple rooms from the Triforce.
Yay!
And there you go, that's it. That's the time.
GG! Congratulations! Welcome, RBO. Yes, welcome, reverse boss order. That was so amazing.
I like that Ganon, like, took out... Or sorry, Link took out Ganon during this run and could easily just have, like, gone to the Triforce at that point, but was like, no, I'm gonna go and, like, take out each of your army's generals one at a time.
Yeah, it's not good enough that I've defeated you, my ultimate nemesis. I have to destroy your army, too. Take that!
Oh, Link.
That is amazing. Okay, so I think next up is the glitched any percent run. Any sort of setup you need for that, or are you good to go straight into it?
Nah, I can do it from here, so...
Well, there you go. Everyone, get your learning hats on. It is time to learn how to do the glitched any percent run.
Should I just go ahead and reset from here, or do we want to go through the credits?
That is an excellent question. Probably, why don't we go through the credits, since we have a bit of extra time?
Yeah, okay. I figured, yeah, I was thinking, like, I kind of came in ahead of schedule here, so... And I love these credits, so...
They're so good.
So there's a couple of runs here that you can do that actually glitch the credits, which is kind of fun. One of my favorite is Defeat Ganon %, in which the credits, it will be raining, because you never exit the rain state in Defeat Ganon %.
I love
And
it.
if you remember at the very beginning of the game, it's raining, but then after you save Zelda from the dungeon, it stops. But you can glitch the game into basically permanently causing it to stay in the rain state. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I would love that. That would be so cool.
There's a few other glitches that will cause the end credits to also be completely glitched out in a number of different ways, but here we'll see the whole ones.
And our uncle, yay! Thanks, uncle.
Thanks, Uncle. I think
Finger wets for sale.
I think this is officially a PB for me now.
Oh, GG! Congrats.
Like, by the way,
Just casual marathon PB. Don't worry about it.
It's one of those. I think my old time was on the old run, and this one wasn't even a clean run. We had some mess ups and had to take some safety strats, but it ended up being pretty good. So I'll take it.
Yep.
Little Ocarina Boy and Tree Boy. Tree Boy didn't actually have any problems this time.
Yay! Tree Boy is okay.
Tree Boy is good.
We're so happy for you.
I think these credits are like 8 minutes long, by the way.
That's good.
They're
Listen,
very long.
They're very long. They're fabulous. I'm used to the Final Fantasy IV credits, which are at least that long.
Oh, nice. So the any percent run of this, there's several ways of doing it. The fastest is 1 minute and 31 seconds, I think. And that, when you submit that run, because all runs need to have the credits in them, you basically have 8 minutes of credits and 1 minute and 30 seconds of run.
That is amazing, and yeah, that's just amazing.
It was the worst part of me running that category or defeat Ganon percent for me, because the credits are almost as long as the run. But the one we'll be doing, I will be showcasing the not fastest version of strats, but one that anyone can do within 3 to 5 minutes, basically, depending on your comfort level of the game.
I love it.
And there's some interesting safeties you can take with it. I'll show the safest version so that like everyone can know how to do it.
Hold on a sec. The Master Sword was on the pedestal? Whoa. I'm sorry, I'll see myself out.
We could have just went there and got it the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
Koji Kondo wrote 2 very nice credit songs. I guess that's true. I'm so used to hearing this music at the end of every run that I totally forgot they're actually like unique.
Yeah. Well, while we're chilling with the credits here, let's talk a bit about the upcoming incentives that we've got. We've got to keep letting you know what cool things you can donate towards. Very immediately is the Zelda 2 file name. So this glitched any percent run is basically your last chance to get your donation incentives in for that. Currently, Horse is in the lead with $9.87. We also have an incentive for that Zelda 2 run to get glitched Horsehead. I've been informed that happens 40 minutes into the run, so you have that much time in order to meet that incentive, which is currently sitting at 0 out of $400. The next run afterwards is Cave Story 3D, which if we can hit the 400 goal, of which we have $25, we can skip the health grind. Now, I don't know what that means, but anytime you skip health and grinding, sounds like a fun time to me. So I definitely look forward to that. Also, we do have we can, for the same one for Cave Story 3D, you can choose the mode. Are we going to play in story mode or classic? Story mode is currently in the lead with $130, and classic is at $20. Also, the Final Fantasy IV Quality of Life run, which I myself will be running a little later today, we have the naming incentives open for that as well. So just make sure for any of those naming incentives to include the name in your donation comment, and we will make sure it is added to the list. All names for Final Fantasy IV are open, except for Edge and Fu. Don't worry about Edge and Fu, they're fine. We just may not be naming them.
Oh. So yeah, we won't unfortunately get to see stats at the end of these credits.
No!
I know. I'm so so one thing that's really fun to do is the glitched randomizers. I think overworld glitching randomizer is one of my favorite randomizers. It makes the game very difficult to route in some regards, because you can get to so many more locations that you normally could not reach. So not as many things are item locked. They're still because overworld glitching doesn't let you do EG, and it doesn't let you do any dungeon glitching. There's still quite a few places that are locked, but it definitely opens up quite a bit of the game. I've been enjoying quite a bit of that lately. We're almost there. Oh yeah, I guess this is shows you the intended order.
Yep. Yeah, I just get so used to that stats screen and the randomizer. Like you think it's part of the original game, but it's not.
Oh yeah, Ganon's Tower existed.
What?
That's a thing. Did we see Ganon's Tower even once in this? I think we saw floors of it when we were
Yeah, when we were EGing, we definitely passed one of the rooms, I noticed. But other than that, no, I don't think so.
Okay, so let's do the any percent tutorial showcase glitch run. So anyone can do this. You just start a run, doesn't matter what you name it. I'm just gonna call it any. So basically any file, just start one. You're gonna go through the motions at the beginning. Basically just going directly to save the uncle, ignoring the uncle's wishes for you to stay inside.
As per usual.
As per usual. I'm leaving. Link's like, no. Also, the uncle must be very fast because by the time Link gets outside, the uncle's like completely gone. Doesn't really matter what path you take here. We just need to get to the uncle. Get our sword. I mean, there's obviously optimal fast routes, but the goal is basically just get to uncle. There's not so much you can do at the beginning. Once we have the sword, we will then go and find an EG ledge. And the first one that we can get to is directly in the first room of Hyrule Castle. So there's a couple ways of doing this part. There's the safe method, which is to just walk all the way down and around these bushes, and there's the slightly harder methods, which is just slashing through. I'll show that route because that's the real route that you want to take for this first. And then when you jump off a ledge, you just press select while you're in midair, save and quit. So you've now armed EG. And I'll put you back at the uncle. And now you don't want to get hit at this point. It's very, very important that you do not get hit. So I'll show you the safer route to get through this area without getting hit. So if you just walk down here and around, then you have much more room to like dodge all the guards.
If you do get hit, can you just go and set up the EG again by coming in and jumping off the ledge?
Yes. So then you want to go into this room, go upstairs, we'll just go into the left wing, go upstairs, and get hit by this guard. Now at this point, we're under the ground. You can see where my sword is. I'm there. We're going to hold up and just walk up into the screen transition. We just keep holding up. So like we just walk until we get to the top floor of Aghanim's Tower, which is right here. Now we don't want to hold up anymore because we would jump out of the way. You can see where my character is here. So we're gonna go right, until we get to the edge of this room. You can tell where the hat is, so that makes it pretty easy. And now we're on this wall. You can see again, there's my sword. And at this point, it's the easiest thing ever. You just hold the up button until you win, and that's it.
Holding up until you win. I'm here for this.
If you hold up, you will eventually beat the game. So this is how anyone can beat ALTTP in under 5 minutes. It's absolutely worth it to give this a go. There's Ganon. Bye-bye, Ganon. We have the Triforce. And there you go.
Time.
That is, what was it, 317 or so? That's actually pretty okay, I would say, for like...
I love it.
So yeah, that's it's really straightforward for anyone to be able to do that. Like the goal for the goal really is just go into that first room, jump off the ledge, and save and quit while in the air, and then do not get hit until you get to that one guard. Once you've done that, it's just walk up. Yeah, and this certain glitches. That's a very good point. Kind of nerdy housewife. That's a very good point. There are a lot of glitches that don't work on every version of the game, but this is one of the particular ones that works on, as far as I know, almost every version. So no matter which version of the game you come across, you should be able to do this.
That was amazing. I honestly cannot wait to try that out later myself.
So basically what happens, I can give a small, oh hey, and here's a rain credits.
Yeah.
So, and the weird slidey tile credits. So, effectively what happens is when you jump off a ledge and save and quit, it's actually, the exploration glitch is sort of this state that the character's in based on what floor they're standing on. And when you jump off a ledge and save and quit, it kind of puts you in an incorrect state, like you're in the air, like so you're technically kind of like supposed to be on a different floor than you are. So then when you're walking around, the game doesn't naturally do a check every frame when you're walking around to see if like, oh, well, this is where you're supposed to be. But then when you do get hit, or jump off a ledge, or do some other actions, it will then check to see if you are on it, because it needs to move you. And if you're on the wrong floor, then it will just auto-pop you to the right floor. So in this particular case, jumping off a ledge puts us in this state where the game believes it sets Link up to be on the wrong floor, but the game won't check that until we actually like get hit. And as soon as we get hit, then it's like, oh no, you're actually supposed to be down here. It's kind of like fake flippers, right? So the way fake flippers works is when you are at the edge of the screen and you jump into the water, and then immediately that same frame that you land in the water transition to the next screen, you can stay in swimming. Well, the reason that happens is the game doesn't check to see if you can be allowed to swim until the second frame you're in the water. But if that second frame happens after a transition, it won't check, like it's already done. So at that point, it just believes you're supposed to be swimming. The check to see if you have flippers happens on frame 2 when you land in the water. If you can skip that frame, then the game just never checks again. There's a lot of interesting little glitches like that in games, especially back during this time period, but where games don't always check your state every frame, which lets you do sort of broken stuff like this.
Or doesn't math correctly, which definitely has nothing to do with any of the upcoming runs.
But yeah, that's it.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for that, Squibbons. That was amazing. I don't know about anyone else, but I thoroughly enjoyed that. Thank you so much to everyone for coming out and watching, and for very quickly raising that donation incentive amount so we could all learn how to do that amazing run, so we all have a new party trick to do to show our friends. Oh hey, we're pulling the video games out, are we? Just put up Link to the Past for a second, would you? Haha! That's right. So thank you so much for that. And just before we go to a break, just going to read out 2 quick donations. We got $10 from Margaret Ann saying, "You're basically 2 sides of the same coin, right? So this is only right. But who will be who? Name one of the twins Natara, but let Natara choose which to be, Valk's evil." And that was for Porm's name in Final Fantasy IV. And we got another $10 from Margaret Ann saying, "You're basically 2 sides of the same coin, right? So this is only right. But who will be who? Name one of the twins Vani, but let Natara choose which will be, So, Valk's Evil again, and that's for Palom. So, I'm definitely gonna get my Valk's Evil hands going and make some decisions there. So, thank you so much for those donations. Next up, we will be going to Zelda 2 Reverse Boss Order. So, definitely stick around with that. And maybe you've noticed even the game order's Reverse Boss Order. So, stick around, and we will see that and you very shortly. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I realize we're still in the credits and we said we'd let them play. So enjoy that wonderful outro, and we will keep chilling with these wonderful credits, and then we will